Hopelessness. This clearly wasn't the right door, and seeing what happened if one didn't listen and follow the rules, she knew that this was a trap. A hopeless one. She might as well have enjoyed the delicious fruits and let the factory take her away. At least she would have had some enjoyment. Who knew what awaited her behind the wrong door? As her arm drooped with the key in hand, Deana saw a glint of something at the end of the balcony. Narrowing her eyes, she stared. But unable to determine what it was, she moved closer. At the end of the dark balcony, to her surprise, were more stairs leading up on the side of the wall. It wasn't noticeable until you were right upon it. Deana sighed in relief as she walked up the stairs, stopping at another balcony of aligned doors. 4 doors down, the orange color of the door that matched her key stood like an awaiting trophy. Deana stuck her key into its lock, and it opened to reveal a large room decorated in tinges of orange with bare walls of dark wood. An off-centered bed sat with a canopy drooping on its bedposts, the bedding soft white and trimmed with orange. A wardrobe sat adjacent to the door, and a pool of moving water for bathing sat to the right, with a personal sponge for bodily waste near its front. Her eyes widened and her whiskers twitched. She had always had to use the communal sponge, its long shape meant to absorb for dozens of mycorians at the same time. The luxury of having her own, as well as her own bath? Well, it made the memory of the orgy scene she had just witnessed pass away like a dream. The familiar words faded into view in the middle of the room, and a different voice, this one female, spoke. "Welcome to your room," it said in a soft, cordial tone. "This is a safe place. There's nothing here that you need to discern or worry over. This is a place of rest and relaxation." It paused before continuing. "Please use the necklace on your bed and place your key upon it. The key is the only access to this room, so don't lose it. Though you can open the door at any time and stand on the balcony, it is advisory to wait for the announcement to exit. Nothing will harm you on the balcony. And you can speak to your fellow mycorians on this and the lower balcony with no consequence, though it is still not advisory." Light spotlit the wardrobe, making Deana stiffen with its sudden appearance. The soft voice continued. "This wardrobe will contain what you must wear for the day's activity. Make sure to check this wardrobe upon every wakening. If it is empty, there is nothing to wear for that day." The light brightened on a table next to the bed, where, from Deana's position, she hadn't noticed since she had to step to the side to prevent one of the bedposts from obstructing her view. It had a bowl of fruit, an orange pitcher, and a matching cup. "The bowl and pitcher will be refilled before re-entering the room. Make sure to eat upon wakening, because you may not know the next time you can eat. The rest of the fixtures in the room are self-descriptive." Light brightened briefly on the sponge, bed, and the bath. "Now, enjoy your food and rest well." The words faded away. Deana stood there for a moment before rushing towards the fruits. They were the same as the ones in the dining room, tasting as delicious as her fellow mycorians had described. It was heavenly, and the pitcher poured an orange drink that felt like it could quench any thirst. Next, she needled the changed necklace through the hold of the key and draped it around her neck, vowing that as long as she was at the factory, she would never take it off. Finally, she walked toward the bath, stripping off her sack dress. Its steaming temperature was beckoning. She submerged herself, the water warm and soothing. A bowl of berries sat on its ledge, and Deana used it to soap her body and wash. There was so much water in the tub, and she wondered how she would get it all out to clean, a thought she wished she'd had before she plunged her entire body into it. It was too late now. The day's soot floated and clung to the tub's sides where the water met. A towel was draped on the other side of the tub, on an attached bar. It was large enough to cover her from head to foot, comforting her in its warmth. By the time Deana was on the bed, she was ready to sleep. The bed was huge, giving her space to lie any length she chose. After testing it in several positions, she sat up, legs folded, and looked around the room. This was a place even better than she imagined a home would be. Yet this place held dangers that could take away every dream. She vowed to continue to give pause before reacting and stay diligent. She had to win the prize of the factory. Please proceed to the garden.